Trying to figure out what to eat when you're managing prediabetes or diabetes, it can feel like a total maze, right? Well, today, we're going to make it simple. Really simple. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, if you're feeling overwhelmed by all the advice flying around, you are definitely not alone. But I promise you, it doesn't have to be this complicated. We're going to break it all down into a super simple framework. Think of it as two clear paths: foods to be a little more mindful of, and foods to totally embrace. We can make this manageable.
Okay, so first things first. Before we jump into the what to eat, let's quickly cover the why. Because once you really get the basic connection between food and your blood sugar, making smart choices becomes so much easier. It's the foundation for everything.
Okay, think of it like this. When you eat carbs, your body breaks them down into glucose. That's just a fancy word for sugar, which is basically fuel for your cells. Now, to get that fuel into the cells, you need a key. That key is a hormone called insulin. It unlocks the cell doors. But with diabetes, there's a problem with that key. It's either not there or it just doesn't work right. So the sugar can't get into the cells and it ends up just hanging out in your bloodstream. And that is why what you eat is so incredibly powerful.
All right, let's talk about our first path. We're calling this 5 foods to limit. And I want to be super clear here. This is not about good foods versus bad foods. That kind of thinking just isn't helpful. This is all about being aware. Just being mindful of the things that can really send your blood sugar on a roller coaster. Think of it as dialing things back, not cutting them out completely.
First on the list, and this probably won't be a huge surprise, is sugar-sweetened beverages. These things are like a direct sugar pipeline into your bloodstream. They hit you fast and hard, and they really don't offer much else in the nutrition department.
So yeah, we're talking about the usual suspects: sodas, energy drinks. But don't forget about those fancy coffee shop drinks that are basically milkshakes or fruit punch and all those other sugary aids. They all cause these really fast, sharp spikes in blood glucose that can be super tough to manage.
Next up are added sugars, and these are the sneaky ones, They hide in plain sight. We're moving beyond just drinks here and into all sorts of packaged foods, from obvious sweets to savory things like pasta sauce and salad dressings.
So what does limiting sugar even look like? This number, 25 grams, is a really helpful benchmark. It's what the American Heart Association recommends as the daily limit of added sugar for most women. To put that in perspective, a single can of soda can completely blow past that amount. It helps to think of it like a small daily budget. You want to spend it wisely on foods you'll actually enjoy, not on sugar that's just hidden in your ketchup.
Our third category to watch is saturated fats, and this one is so important because managing diabetes isn't just about blood sugar, it's also about protecting your heart. A diet high in these fats can really start to mess with your cholesterol levels.
So, where are these fats found? Think fatty cuts of meat, full-fat dairy like cheese and butter, the skin on chicken and turkey, and even certain tropical oils like palm and coconut oil. The general goal is to try and keep calories from saturated fat to less than 10% of your daily total.
Number 4 is alcohol, and this one can be tricky. It's not just about the sugar you might find in cocktails or mixers. The alcohol itself can actually interfere with how your liver manages glucose, and it can interact with medications. So this is one of those areas where it's absolutely crucial to talk to your doctor about what's safe for you.
And finally, number 5, ultra-processed foods. You can think of these as the items that often combine everything we've just talked about: the added sugars, the unhealthy fats, the extra salt. A good rule of thumb is to just look at the ingredients list. If it's a mile long and full of words you wouldn't find in your own kitchen, well, it's probably ultra-processed.
Okay, enough about what to limit. Let's flip the script and talk about the empowering side of this, the fun part. This is path 2, and it's all about the delicious, nutritious foods you can embrace to help manage your blood sugar and just feel great.
First up, fiber. Seriously, fiber is your best friend. It helps you feel full longer, which is a huge plus. And many fiber-rich foods have a low glycemic index. That just means they won't cause those sharp spikes in your blood sugar. We're talking about delicious, non-starchy veggies, hearty whole grains, and beans.
Next on the embrace list is lean protein. Just like fiber, protein is a powerhouse for making you feel full and satisfied after a meal. So think skinless chicken and turkey, all kinds of fish, and leaner cuts of beef or pork. Now, it is a good idea to prioritize the poultry and fish over red and processed meats for overall heart health.
Okay, I get this question all the time. But what about fruit? Isn't it full of sugar? And the answer is a big, enthusiastic yes, you can and should eat fruit.
While fruit does have natural sugar, it comes packaged with vitamins, antioxidants, and that all-important fiber, which helps slow down how your body absorbs the sugar. Whole fruits are a fantastic choice.
Remember how we put saturated fats on the limit list? Well, this is the other side of that coin. The healthy fats your body actually needs. Things like olive oil, avocado, and fatty fish like salmon not only help you feel full, but they also provide amazing benefits like heart-healthy omega-3s.
And when it comes to staying hydrated, you have so many options beyond just plain water. Unsweetened tea, black coffee, and all those fun flavored sparkling waters are all great choices to stay hydrated without adding any sugar into the mix.
So how do we put these two paths into action in our real, busy lives? It's all about making smart swaps. The goal here is substitution, not deprivation. Let's look at a few really simple examples.
Here's a classic one. Instead of a sugary soda, which can send your glucose soaring, try an unsweetened sparkling water. You still get that satisfying fizz, maybe even a hint of natural flavor, but without any of the added sugar. It's such an easy win.
That afternoon, craving for something sweet hits. Instead of reaching for a processed snack cake that's full of added sugars and unhealthy fats, just grab a piece of fruit. You'll satisfy that sweet tooth, but you'll be getting fiber and vitamins along with it. For dinner, how about swapping a higher fat cut of red meat for a piece of salmon? You're trading those saturated fats we talked about for heart-healthy omega-3s, and you're still getting a delicious, satisfying protein. It's a total upgrade. So let's bring it all together. The path forward is really about focusing on whole foods, being mindful of those added sugars and unhealthy fats, and just embracing the power of smart swaps. And if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's that this journey is about progress, not perfection. Every small, positive choice you make is a win.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What is one small, easy substitution you can make this week? It could be swapping one drink, one snack, or one part of a meal. Starting small is the absolute key to building healthy habits that last. You can do this.